Guys, in this video we are going to continue evaluating and also talk about how evaluating helps show us that expressions are equivalent. So to figure out if expressions are equivalent when evaluated, they must be equal. Because if you look at the word equivalent, it almost looks like it has the word equal in it. So that's how I know what it means. All right, so the first one, we're just practicing evaluating with some real numbers. So when D equals 1.2, so remember I put parentheses and I plug in for D. I do my multiplication first, so 3 times 1.2 is 3.6. And then I'm going to subtract by 4. And that gives me negative 0.4. All right, and the next one, I have two variables that I'm substituting for, so I'm going to need two different sets of parentheses. So when f is 12, so I saw f was in my first parenthesis, so I put that there. And then when g was 2, that's in my second parenthesis, and that goes there. All right, I do my parentheses first. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my subtraction. And that gets me 1.4. All right, so which of the expressions below are equivalent? In order to check if something's equivalent, they must be equal, like we said in the beginning. So now how do I do that? They don't give me a value for x. So I say pick an easy value for x. I say pick something small, like 1 or 2 or 3. All right, so for this case, I'm just going to guess, let's make x equal to 1. All right, and that must be true for all 3 chances. So that means wherever I see an x, I'm going to plug in for 1. The rest of my expression stays. Okay, and now I'm going to simplify this. All right, and when I plug that into my calculator, I get negative 2.6 repeating. All right, when I plug this one in, I get 1.3 repeating. And in this last one, when I plug that in, I get negative 2.6 repeating. All right, so which of these expressions below are equivalent? All right, so expression A and C are equivalent because when I substituted they gave equal values. Okay, now they want us to check is negative 5x plus 2y plus 3x equivalent to negative 2x. I believe that's supposed to say plus 2y. That's a typo there. Why or why not? So now we have two variables, okay? And when I have two variables, x and y, I have to pick different numbers to substitute. So we need two different values. We need when x is equal to something and when y is equal to something. So we get to make those up again. So let's say when x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. As long as it stays the same throughout both, it does not matter if it is, it doesn't matter what number it is, as long as it stays the same. So what I mean by that is all my x's are 1 and all my y's are 2. As long as that is consistent, then that's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and write out my other things. All right, so let's do our multiplications first. It gives me 3, 4, negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. I get negative 2 and 4. Now we're going to break it down even more. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Bring down the 3. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. You also could have just typed this right away into calc. And you should also get negative 2. I'm sorry, positive 2. All right, and same thing here. You could type this into the calc. Or you could break it down. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Okay? Are these expressions equivalent? Explain why or why not. What do you think? So they are equivalent because when I substituted I got equal values. And that's it. As always, if you have any questions, type them in at the end of the video.